Men. When they get done on 40, they got to go to 75, and then it's men. Why don't you all get a motel room and get it over with?
Yes, Brian, would you do that for me?
Why don't you all get a motel room and have it over with?
7.200 MHz.
Get a motel room and have it over with.
Do you want me to send you a frequency for 75? Men.
Well, I hate to be a woman, Mary, didn't you creep?
TV radio 24/7. I get done with 40 and then I go to 75.
Men. And you call me and Joe Italiano gay. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror.
K1LEM, AC9MV.
Yeah, hello, how you all been today?
You big bird, come back to me.
How you all been today?
Take the frequency for the next 3 or 4 hours. What do you think, Weird? Over?
Oh, I don't know, Joe. I mean, I hear you fine, but they just don't let us get through because we tell the truth, or at least both you and I tell the truth. But, you know, they're not going to let the truth get out.
Well, but we can just keep on talking to do the best we can, you know. I don't think we can. We're amateurs. We're amateurs. We're still learning, so we can just keep on trying. There, over?
Yeah, I'm an amateur myself. I like to swirl around a lot. I'm an amateur operator. You know, Joe, their brains are so small they can't come up with anything. I think it was, oh God, see, I don't really care about these people. I think it was Crow. He claims to be a computer forensic specialist. Jesus H. Christ in hell. I used to live in a tin roof house that's musty. Like when? When was that, buddy? Wrong state, wrong house. You know, God darn. Next thing he'll have me down in Texas raising steers, Joe. AC9MV K1LEM.
Well, it doesn't have to be true for him to talk about it. He's made that statement before. There's no requirement on amateur radio to tell anywhere near the truth, and that's probably true. That's true. You can tell a falsehood. So.
I'd like to know where the last place I lived that had a rusty roof.
There were a bunch of low IQ CBs. I was listening to that Timothy. Oh my God, that man, if he doesn't have an amplificator to talk about, he runs out of things to say. Over?
Oh yeah. Well, they haven't got anything to say anyway, Joe, and they're fascinated with the technology of yesteryear. And I'm being kind about this. They're just fascinated with the so-called technology of yesteryear. They don't really understand the mathematics of antennas. It's all hearsay.
You gotta have 32 feet for 40 and 195 feet for 75. I wrote it all down. I heard it somewhere. I heard it on the internet, so it must be true. Oh, wait a minute. Dan told me. Dan, K9LEM told me that, so it must be true.
10-4.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before, Win. They're a bunch of parrots. You know, they hear a phrase and they repeat it and they act like they own it, you know? Oh my God, I'm a radio expert because my background, I didn't even have high school algebra or trigonometry or geometry or Calc 1 or Calc 2.
Right.
I didn't have any of those things in high school. But nevertheless, I never went to college or university of any sort. But I know how to do the complex calculations to figure out the gain of an antenna. Most of them are little parrots. They copy things. There's that sewer rat down there in Alabama. He's copying Mosley's little failure of an antenna. That little what do they call it? Shorty party. What a compromise. Might as well put a big old dummy load up there. But anyway, he's copying it. That makes him a genius in his eyes, you know. He's copying. They're like a bunch of little copycats there with AC9MV.
Oh, yes, Joe, yeah. But, you know, that makes them geniuses in the eyes of those that are not quite as smart. You know, there's nothing quite like the blind leading the blind. Or should I say,
Here's a
the
frequency.
blind
And on this
leading
frequency,
the blinder.
you people are a bunch of friggin' idiots. I don't understand what the hell you're doing. You're on drugs or you're mentally, mental problems, I don't know what's going on here. You people are all crazy.
You know,
all a bunch of nutcases.
What's his name? Joe, you and I, we
all
really
a bunch of nutcases. Crazy people don't have nothing better to do but come on here and act like idiots.
I can't even remember what I said last time. You know, I have other more important agendas on my plate. But anyway, they really love us, Joe. They really do. And I don't know, this adoration of personality and intelligence. They wish they could come up to us, but they can't. And I call them the little bouncing Bettys. They're the little failures that bounce all around and say, you're this, you're that. I'm a bouncing Betty. I'm a bouncing Betty. Hi.
Has anybody seen my jelly donut?
And then you have those that are really at the end of their rope, like KC2GRU and a few others.
Has anybody seen my jelly donut?
Who was that? You know, can you imagine?
I'm looking for my jelly donut.
To be the moral standard for humanity and the general public.
Oh my!
Because the public, you don't know how to treat the public. You don't know how to treat the public.
Has anybody seen my jelly donut today?
Dookie Diesel for that loss, you know, that antecedent on the Supreme Court. He's so smart, Joe. He's so smart. 10-4.
Out of Canadian amateur radio operator out of Western Canada. I won't give his name or his call, but believe me, he's very famous, very famous. He once said many times, very true. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And that's what we have on amateur radio today, these chicken bandits. Little copycat chicken bandits can copy a company's design, probably in violation of the
that's intellectual property
theft. He copies the design and tries to build something and claims that he's some sort of genius.
You people are so stupid, you morons. You get crap. He puts you on the merry-go-round and you fucking turn and turn and turn. You're all a bunch of stupid bastards.
Joe, you ran into the QSO. I want to step in your conversation. And you may or may not. Farewell, Joe.
Too much, is it? Well, Curtis, look, your ex-wife divorced you because you already...
Joe, you brought me into the QSO.
Because I want to see if I can melt it into a big pile of slag. So I'm going to be in here for the next 3 hours and find right here on 7.200 there with K1LEM AC9MV.
Looks like they climbed out of the
Clem, play the intelligence card, the race card, the IQ card. Clem, you ain't got enough cards in your deck for yourself.
Curtis Miller, quite a bit of money there, cutie boy. And Joe, they both took their pictures down on QRMed. Did you notice that both Dan and cutie boy there in Alabama, they both took their pictures down on QRMed. Why do they all do that? Why do they all take their pictures down?
That got smashed on the road and he's chewing on it.
One of them fat bodies eating that jelly donut.
Why do they all take their pictures down on QRMed? Why do they all take their pictures down? 10 votes?
For the train wreck.
Yeah, the phrase there with from the famous Canadian there was, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. That's what applies on amateur radio, chicken band radio today. When one little monkey can copy something, he claims to be king. It's really funny. K1LEM AC9MV.
Joe, you act as if that's some prophetic saying. You act as if it's some prophetic saying from your prophet up in Canada. That saying is old as the hills. What do you think he made it up?
When you go in there, when you come out, you're totally fine.
Well, it's a heavy QRM from the store.
In the land of lead contaminated water, the man with one water filter is king.
things. Anybody can be a copycat, boy. Try to create something new, boy. You're
In the land of lead-contaminated water, the man with the water filter is king.
Chinese that are very good at replicating things. Good luck in the cook contest there, Surat, AC9MV.
Well, he's cooking up power meters now, Joe. He's cooking up power meters, and he's taking the power meters apart. That man is so smart. He's taking power meters apart, and he's changing parts. He's making them better than even the engineers had them made, Joe. He's making a power meter that's even better than the engineers had. He's interchanging parts.
In the land of lead-contaminated water, the man with the water filter is king.
He's making a Frankenstein power meter, Joe.
Yeah. I wonder if that's calibrated to this, calibrated to the metrology lab, Sweet. I wonder if that's really calibrated. It's probably calibrated to the chicken man standard. You know, my amplifier just got bigger because I got a power meter that's not calibrated there. Over.
Oh, you know, it's one of them CB power meters, Joe. Ain't you never seen a power meter on YouTube?
You're 50 over 9, Curtis. 50 over 9 here.
And then they say this pin puts out 10 kilowatts.
50 over 9 here, Curtis. 50 over 9.
Little itty-bitty amplifier. And they're getting 10 kilowatts out of it, Joe. That's the kind of power meter that Curtis makes. He makes them generous. So many other you got 10 kilowatts coming out of that sucker. By goodness gracious me. Curtis, that's the way he sells amplifiers. He's got these generous power meters. Somebody comes by, he says, this thing will put out 10 kilowatts. You look. So they look at his power meter, and they say, my God, Curtis, that's 10 kilowatts. I want that baby. I want that baby amplifier right now. See, that's the sales move for Curtis. He makes them generous power meters, Joe. Over.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be in here for the next 3 hours having a 5 business QSO on 7.200 there, boy. Over.
You ain't going to have no 5 business QSO here. You're going to have a radio ass whipping just like you got day after day.
Well, I'm a pretty good punching bag. I can
take a pretty good shot. I'm a counter puncher there. To the Yeti station there, W6WBJ, but he's got some really funny videos on YouTube about him on the radio, and they're really funny because when they see those videos, Joe, they're going to be looking at themselves, but they just don't understand what that's all about, like and Pee Wee Herman coming in. I mean, they don't understand the relationship that W6WBJ has to them, and he's showing it right there. He's saying by allegory, here you are, you're Pee Wee Herman, and this old fat boy that's in the tub, that's them. Those are those guys that are on 200, those big old fat mamas that sit on their ass all day
K1LEM. This is
sit on their ass and eat donuts or whatever it is they're eating. I don't know what it is, Joe. But go to W6WBJ's website. I think it may not be under W6WBJ. It may be under William Crowell or something like that. And you're going to laugh your head off. You're going to laugh your head off. Anyway, I'll catch you later. AC9MV.
I would like to have some passages from the Constitution.
It was funny. Timothy was in there. Timothy was talking about an amplifier, and he said, quote, I ain't never blowed it up yet. Quote, I ain't never blowed it up yet. Oh, my God.
That frost your Wheaties, huh, Joe?
That was funny. It double negatives and blowed. It blowed up. I ain't never blowed it up, Timothy said. I ain't never blowed up that there amplifier. That there, remember that there? That guy went that away. He went away there with K1LEM, AC9MV.
We're still going to eat you, Joe. We're still going to eat you.
Yeah. He said, quote, I ain't never blowed it up yet. I ain't never blowed it up yet. It's such an accomplishment by a fine amateur chicken dance operator like Timothy down there in wherever the heck he is.
The southern accent.
I forgot already. Anyway, yeah, that's all he talks about is amplificators, selling amplificators, making amplificators look like they're putting out more power by getting a more lenient meter. The man is hooked on amplificators, but then when he stops talking about amplifiers, there's nothing to talk about. It's like a big vacuum. There's nothing left. There's no intelligent life here. It's all about amplificators. Straight out of the chicken man, and he judges the quality of an amplificator by, quote, I ain't never blown it up there, over.
Joe, have you ever built an amplifier? Joe, you wouldn't know which way to turn to build an amplifier.
Okay, ask me some questions there.
You wouldn't know which end of a screwdriver to hold or the wrench to build an amplifier.
Out by N1UZI, over.
You wouldn't know where to begin, Joe.
Yeah, I got jammed out there. That's out of Alabama. And that's Hammer Springer out of parts unknown Kentucky jammed went out of there.
Wait till I get my antenna up, Joe.
Business Uso here on 7.200 this afternoon. It's going to be all about a big power station out of the Midwest.
Wait till I get my antenna up, Joe.
Joe, you're an idiot.
Wow. AKA Jelly Donut.
When does that man in that sewer rat down there in Alabama ever say anything intelligent? He sounds like he's grunting most of the time. He uses singular syllabic words continuously, like I ain't got no, that kind of stuff. Can we have somebody with the brain there, over?
Carried back to the whooping post. I believe he is in white glove today.
Is pseudo Southern slang.
Remember that Tennessee man, I ain't never blown it up yet. Now there is a technical evaluation. When you're talking about a design or a product, you tend to focus on objective measurements of the quality of that product, the quality of the design and manufacture. And when you get a mental midget like Timothy comes in there and says, I ain't never blowed it up yet as a amplifier to its design or manufacturing standard, you just got to scratch your head and say, this man's a moron.
You've never built an amplifier in your life, Joe.
On the frequency
Excuse me, it says channel 19.
Sir, can you fix your audio? My ears are starting to bleed. Your
Turn it up to 11. Turn it up to 11.
And he knows I will because I've done it before. I'm going to sell for bleeding. I want to spray it.
I can't understand you. Your audio's too hot, sir. Can you back away from the microphone?
Back away from the microphone.
Back away from the microphone, like way back, like maybe.
Turn it up until he's hemorrhaging from his ass.
Maybe I'll be able to talk a little better because I gotta have my teeth pulled out there.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
There's two guys with horrible audio complimenting each other. That's typical here on the Chicken Band of 7200. They got terrible audio, but they both delude themselves into thinking I sound good because that guy sounded good.
Here's a guy that's never built an amplifier.
I sound good. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I want to talk to another idiot on here. CQ idiot. Oh, CQ, any idiots on frequency? CQ idiot. For all idiots on frequency, please stand by.
The K1LEM, are you still in there, or did you get jammed out? This is AC9MV.
CQ idiot. Only idiots need to apply.
Yeah.
Well, you need to turn it down.
You need to go soak your head, Joe. Go soak your head, Joe.
CQ, calling idiot.
White glove.
Asshole, and
not interested in every breath you take or what you want to say in the background, because we can hear all that. We're not interested in that.
As long as it takes you out of the picture, Joe, it's fine.
Yeah, now that's quite a standard there, N1UZI. N1UZI, AC9MV, yeah, that's quite a standard. He just said as long as you obliterate some other amateur signal,
You're not an amateur, Joe. You're a freaking quirmer.
Then that audio is fine.
You're a quirmer, Joe.
That's his criteria for fine business audio, is that he can jam out his enemies. There you go. That's quite a critique of an audio analysis.
Tell him to come back when he gets a signal.
I don't know what you think your name is Jim or something, but you sound like you're out of breath all the time because you got your audio turned up. AC9MV.
Yeah, I noticed you turned yours up too, Joe. You're a lot louder than you were the other day.
I haven't changed anything.
You're bullshit, Joe. Everything out of your mouth is bullshit.
40 years ago.
Like I heard this yesterday.
I hear you on 75 meters with the same terrible audio. Turn it down. It's like twice too loud. Over.
This is a recording. I think I heard it yesterday.